Hey guys, it's Darkest Stripes, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're doing it's a 2-bedroom house, but it's a pretty long video. It's only like 12 minutes, longer than I would like it to be, but you know, oh well. Somehow this took me 4 to 5 hours to build. I think like 4 hours to build. Honestly, not sure how I managed that. It has an upstairs area where there is a bedroom and playroom area for 2 twin girls, I'm thinking. And then there's a downstairs area with a master bedroom. There's 2 bathrooms, and then obviously a kitchen, dining room, living room, and a bit of gardening area on the side. So this was a lot of fun. For the first time, I used a sunroof, and I used it in the dining room. I thought that was kind of fun. It's kind of a farmhouse looking type build. I don't know, I enjoyed building it. Just in my head, I had this little family with 2 twin girls, and then they're living with their grandparents. So it was interesting. I enjoyed building it. It did take me like 2 days though. But anyway, I've been trying to do something different this week yesterday, where basically I took a day off from doing anything with YouTube related, because typically, you know, I do my school or whatever I have to get done that day, and then I work on YouTube for the rest of the day, and then in the evening I hang out with my friends. But I was thinking, and I was getting like pretty, like, not super burnt out, but a little bit. I wasn't being quite as creative as I wanted to be, and I wasn't like having as many ideas, and just wasn't overall as inspired as I was hoping to be. And I had been talking with one of my friends who is an artist, and she was saying what she does so she doesn't get art block is she takes a couple days off every week. Like, she has a few set days and she just won't work on art, she'll work on her other projects. And I really liked that idea, so I decided to try it, and I don't know, it went good. Yesterday was my day off, and then like today we're back on that YouTube grind. Someone slice me, please. No, it was fun. I'm gonna, like, you know, keep seeing how it goes, and possibly even take like 2 days off. But the main thing is I'm not putting out a lot of videos because I'm working on a lot of things behind the scenes that take a lot longer, and I'm working on a thing that will come out honestly probably in like 4 months. But I want it to be really high quality, so it's taking a lot of time, and I also just don't know what I'm doing. So, you know, fun learning curve we stand. But, you know, like, that's okay. It's just been taking longer than I personally would like it to. But I think that having breaks is definitely going to help me, having days to focus on other things. Because I know this summer I was traveling a lot, and so I just wasn't doing anything with YouTube because I couldn't. I'd be like at camps or hanging out with my friends or doing whatever, and just nothing at all related to YouTube, and kind of just the internet in general I'd be completely off of. And I would get really inspired and excited, but then like 2 days after I'd get home, I just wouldn't care anymore. Like, I would just completely lose that inspiration. And so I was thinking, you know, I should maybe, you know, try to take some breaks. So that's been interesting to try, and I'll keep you guys posted on how that's going, because I'm sure you care. No, and then another thing I've also been trying to do is switch up my content a little bit. So have different styles of videos, because I like making different things. I like making some things more chill. Like, okay, so for instance, these Sim speed builds, I always talk about whatever is going on in my life, like in actuality, or like where my mindset is, or whatever is relevant to me at the moment. I like to just blabber about in here, because, you know, maybe you care, you probably don't, but maybe you care. And honestly, when I enjoy hearing people talk about this in the background a lot of times. Like, I'll put it on while doing something, like maybe playing The Sims myself, and I just like hearing where other people's mindsets are and just what they're thinking about. I just find it rather interesting. So I kind of picked that up for this series. But then I have some series with my friends, particularly, where they're super highly edited, because I really watching videos where people are hanging out with their friends, having a time laughing, and it's way over edited, and it's just crazy. I think that they're really hilarious. And then I also have some building ones, because I like watching those to get inspired. And so I have this one series. I mean, technically they're not series, because I don't like calling anything a series, but it's a series. I post it every week. Same, like, type of video, same people. It's a series, just without the name. And half of that is because I'm just really bad at coming up with series names, like ridiculously horrible. It never goes well. So that's another reason I don't really have a name for them. And then I don't want to like have to, you know, be like, oh, that's the end of the series, because if I never categorize it as a series, then if I get tired of doing it, I can stop without feeling guilty. Honestly, it's all just internal, but like it's all mental, but whatever. You know, we're gonna go with it. It's great. So I've been trying to do like different series, like in my different series, be doing different styles, and I've really enjoyed that. So I have one where it's like, you know, chill building. I have some editing, but it's not absolutely psycho. And then I have a series with my friend, which is with my friend Nether Marie, and it's what I typically call crack editing. Like, that's, if you look up crack videos on YouTube, and no, it has nothing to do with cocaine, calm yourselves. There's like really highly edited and retarded, but they're hilarious, and so I try to do something like that. And then again, these are more chill. So that's what I've been doing recently-ish, and I think it helps like it helps me to not have burnout and to stay interested in what I'm doing. And then something else I've been spending a lot of time on recently, and by recently I literally just mean today and yesterday, and I guess the night before, is learning about politics. Now I know that sounds like retarded and boring, and personally I never really was very interested in politics, like at all, but I was thinking, and I was like, you know what, I don't know what like left and right are. Like, when people talk about that in politics, no clue what it meant. So I was like, you know what, I should probably Google that, you know, to have some semi idea. And so I did, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I kind of fell down a rabbit hole, and the more I was thinking about it, the more I realized that they kind of matter a lot. Now, not necessarily like having, I mean, maybe kind of having strong opinions. See, I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but it's not like voting. I mean, obviously, yeah, voting matters, whatever, but a lot of things in politics, I realize, it's people's morals, like what they think is right and wrong, and what they find are important. And I don't know, I think it's really interesting just hearing different people's opinions and views and whatever. I found that fascinating. I can't speak past couple of days. So, you know, if you're bored, like, go look up that. No, not really. And I thought that was something I was supposed to already know, and I realized that apparently you learn that, like, in your later years of high school. I didn't know that. I thought it was just common knowledge that I had never picked up on somehow. I'm very good at that. There's a lot of, like, normal things in life I am supposed to know, apparently, and then I just don't. So, you know, that's a lot of fun. No, it's chill. But, like, I thought it was one of those things, and apparently it's not. Apparently, like, you don't actually learn about it until later, but I'm around enough people who talk about it extremely regularly that I'm like, you know, I should probably have half an idea what they're talking about. That might help me a little bit. And yeah, no, I've really been enjoying it, and I found it quite interesting. I also learned, like, what the free market is. Like, my mind was blown that apparently, I've done very little research, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, a lot of grains of salt, but apparently, oftentimes, legal immigrants help the economy. Now, that was from like 2 sources, and again, I spent like 45 minutes maybe looking that up, but like, from the little tiny research I've done, and I'm gonna continue doing it because I want to be more knowledgeable, because I don't know crap about this, but supposedly it helps the economy. So, like, that, like, blew my mind. Again, take what I say with a grain of salt. That could be completely incorrect, but from what I read, it does. So, I don't know, I've just found it's nice to be interested and want to learn something, because it's kind of been a while, like, I don't know, for the past, far too long, I haven't been very interested in learning anything. Like, you know, you have your basic school, but on my own time, I haven't been, like, wanting to do I haven't wanted to do personal research in anything, and I really hated that. Like, I like learning, and I like knowing more things, and I like listening to other people's opinions, but I just hadn't been interested, and now I kind of am a bit interested, so, yeah, I don't know, it's been interesting to me personally. Anyway, what we're doing with the build is right now we're working on the grandparents' room, which I tried to keep, like, really just kind of, like, subtle, fairly relaxing, and just very green. And then out here, so there's not a lot having, I didn't want it to relate to fall too much, you know, because I wanted people to be able to use this house in other seasons. Also, screenshots at the end. I was supposed to say that at the beginning, sorry. And there's a download. And thank you if you've gotten here. I really appreciate it. But I wanted it to, like, yes, I built it, you know, with the autumn, like, season on, but I didn't want it to be only useful for autumn, because I've been kind of doing a lot of houses like that, and it's really fun because it's like, oh yay, seasons. But say people don't have the seasons pack, or they just don't want it to be for autumn, I figured I would also have I didn't want to have it entirely autumn. And then later I was like, well, maybe I can do 2 versions where I try to also have an autumn version, and I attempted it, and I think I was just really uninspired, but it turned out absolute garbage. So that was a lot of fun. Anyway, around the house, I'm trying to add a bunch of garden patches, because I'm thinking that the grandparents are really into just gardening and relaxing outdoors. And so it was an attempt. It was an interesting attempt. Along this side of the house, in a minute, I'm going to add a whole bunch of garden beds and a little path. And so, yeah, here we go. And so that they can work on that and do what they need to. And then it can also be like a bit of an income for your Sims, or just something to work on in the background. 'Cause since they gave the gardening like a huge overhaul fairly recently. And then in the back, oh, I'm kind of excited to show you this. But I did a little pickup truck, and I put a bunch of flowers in what's it called? The bed of it, I think. I don't know. The part of a pickup truck that isn't where you sit. So specific. No, but I tried to do that, and I kind of live for it. Like, I a little bit think that it turned out fairly cute. I struggled with this area a lot, trying to figure out how to make the paths work. But in the end, I think I just like Googled some picture, and I was like, you know what? It looks decent. So I kind of was gonna take inspiration off that, and I went with it. Actually, this house was inspired by a Google image, and then I ended up changing it a whole lot from what the original picture looked like. So, and honestly, I don't know where the original picture is, but you know, it's nice to get inspired by other things, even if it turns out nothing like that. So anyway, here's like the little path, and back here, as you can see in a minute, we're gonna put down the little truck with a flower bed, and I put the swing set so the children could play back there, and it will be all cute and fun. Yippee. No, I don't know, it's pretty good. So anyway, the screenshots will be coming up here in a minute. If you guys have any particular suggestions for things you'd like to see me build, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.